Well, there are some units that are non-SI, once again, non-SI units, but still are accepted for use with the SI units because they are widely used in our daily life. For example, it's minute, hour, liter, and many more. The table here, as you can see, these are the non-SI units. We have time, minute, so the symbol is minute, equivalent 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. Second is the SI unit for time. Then we have hour symbol. The symbol is H. 1 hour equals to 60 minutes equals to 3,600 seconds. Day, we use D. So 1 day equals to 24 hours, and it equals to 360 times 24 is 86,400 seconds. Area, hectare. HA is the symbol. 1 hectare equals to 1 hectometer square equals to 10,000 meters square. So if you remember this chart, the stairs, we have kilometer square, hectometer squared, decameter squared, meter squared, decimeter squared, centimeter squared, and millimeter squared. 1 hectometer squared equals to 1 hectare. Let's continue. It's volume. It's in liter. Sometimes it's L or L. So 1 liter equals to 1 decimeter cubic. So from the diagram here, let's say we have meter cubic, decimeter cubic, centimeter cubic. There you go. So 1 decimeter cubic equals to 1 liter. Ton. It's T, and then 1 T equals to 1,000 kilogram. Let's try the example. Convert 3 days, 15 hours, and 6 minutes to seconds. So we have 3 days, 15 hours, and 6 minutes. We need to convert into seconds. It means, let's just chunk this. 1 day equals to 86,400 seconds. 3 days, it means we need to multiply by 3. We multiply by 3, multiply by 3. Well, what is it? Calculator. So 259,200 seconds. So 259,200 seconds plus 15 hours. 1 hour equals to 3,600. I'm sorry. Therefore, 15 hours from 1 into 15, we need to multiply by 15. Therefore, we multiply by 15. Calculator again. 54,000 seconds. S. So 54,000 seconds plus 6 minutes. So 6 times 60, 360 seconds. Then we add. In total, we have 313,560 seconds. So here's the strategy. You need to chunk the first. So here's the strategy. We need to chunk these into 3 sections. We add all of them, and then we convert one by one. Let's continue. This time, convert average speed of 12 kilometers per hour to meter per second. Okay, so 12 kilometers per hour. Look at what I'm doing here. I changed the unit into a ratio, or as a sort of like as a fraction. So as a division, kilometer divided by hour, and then we write again 12. We convert from kilometer to meter, from kilometer to meter. Kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter. So we have to step down 3 times. Step down, remember we need to multiply by 1,000 in this case. So we multiply by 1,000 meter. And then for hour to seconds, 1 hour equals to 3,060. So we need to multiply 3,000, I'm sorry, not 60, 3,600 seconds. So 12 times 1,000 divided by 3,600. Here's meter per second. Then the answer, using calculator, 3.33 meter per second. This is 3 significant figure. Meter per second, or 3.33 meter second to the negative 1. Here is our next example. Convert 120 hectoliter to centiliter. So for liter, it's like we need to use the prefix. The prefix, yeah. We have kilo, hecto, deca, SI unit, deci, centi, and then milli. In this case, we have liter, 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 liter. Look at the index here. It's to the power of 1, to the power of 1, to the power of 1. We don't need to write down. For area, it's to the power of 2, the index. Here's area. And to the power of 3 is for volume. That's the index. Since it's to the power of 1, we use the same strategy. Stepping down, we need to multiply. Stepping up, we need to divide. And then one step, it means we need to multiply or divide by 10. 2 steps, multiply or divide by 100. 2 steps. 3 steps, that's 1,000. Hectoliter to centiliter. So hecto to centi, stepping down by 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. It means we need to multiply. Therefore, 120 hectoliter equals to 120. Remember, we multiply by 4 steps. It means 10,000. Change the units directly and then use our calculator. It's 1,200,000 centiliter. In standard form, probably you will be asked to write it down in standard form. So find the first significant figures and then put the decimal next to it and then count from this point to the decimal point here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can just write 1.2 because 0, it doesn't count. No need to write down. Times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centiliter. Last one for this, 5,400 liters to meter cubic. Wow. So 5,400 liter. Let's see the diagram again. There we go. Can you see this? I boxed it with a green color. So 1 liter equals to 1 decimeter cubic. Let me write down the stairs here. Draw it. Let's say here meter cubic, decimeter cubic. Ooh. Remember, 1 decimeter cubic equals to 1 liter. Therefore, 5,400 liter equals to 5,400 decimeter. So we can change it into 5400 decimeter cubic. And then from decimeter cubic to meter, step up by 1 step. Means we need to divide. So 5400 divide by 1 step. Since the degree or the index is 3, 1 step, it's 10 to the power of 3 or 1,000. 2 steps, 10 to the power of 6 or 1 million. So we need to divide by 1,000 meter cubic. The answer will be 5.4 meter cubic. That's it for the non-SI units. We also have temperature. Well, if you study physics, probably you know that there are 4 temperature scales. But for a GCSE, it's just 3. The first one is Kelvin. Kelvin. The second one, yes, it is used by Indonesian or internationally. It's Celsius. The unit is degree Celsius. Fahrenheit. Degree Fahrenheit. So the Kelvin is the only SI base unit of the temperature that is mainly used by scientists. So Kelvin, yeah. The degree Celsius is an SI derived unit. The Celsius scale is used in most countries, but not in the United States. United States, they are using Fahrenheit. So in the following table here, the freezing and boiling points of water for each of the three scales like this. So Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit, then Celsius, degree Celsius, then Kelvin. Okay. The freezing point is 32. Boiling point of water, it's 212. For Celsius, as we know, it's 0 and the boiling point is 100. For Kelvin, it's a bit different, even though the scale is the same as Celsius. Start from 273.15, and the boiling point is 100 from that number. Here's the formula to be used. The formula used to convert from degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. So TF stands for temperature in Fahrenheit, equals to 9/5 times temperature in Celsius plus 32. What happens if we want to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius? Here's what you need to do. We need to make TC as the subject. For this formula, the TF is the subject. Now we need to make TC, temperature in Celsius, as the subject. How can we do it? Making TC as the subject, it means it's like we need to make TC sitting there alone, okay? So what we need to do right now, every time we have fraction, this is just an idea from me. As we can see here, we have a denominator here, 5. If we have fraction, we need to multiply everything, just to make it easier, multiply everything by the denominator. So we have 5, we need to multiply everything by 5. TF times 5, it becomes 5 TF. 9/5 times TC, or 9/5 TC, we multiply by 5, we just simplify it. It becomes 9 TC. And then 32 times 5. 2 times 5, 0. We have 1. 15, 16, 160. And then, remember, make TC as the subject. It means we need to make TC alone. And this time, it still have 9 in front of it, the coefficient. We need to get rid of it. But before we do that, we need to eliminate this by subtract the right-hand side by 160, subtract 160. On the left-hand side, we have 5 TF equals to, minus 160. On the right-hand side, it's cancel out. So we have 9 TC alone. Make TC as a subject, it means on the right-hand side we need to divide by 9 because it's a multiplication here. the, what do you call it, the inverse operation. We have multiplication. The inverse is division. So we need to divide by 9. The one on the left-hand side, everything divided by 9. On the left-hand side, we have 5TF minus 160. Divide everything by 9. The one on the right-hand side, let's cancel out. So we have TC left. And this is our formula if we want to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Make TC as the subject. Let's move on to the next formula. To convert from Kelvin to degree Celsius. So temperature in Celsius equals to temperature in Kelvin minus 273.15. That's the only formula you need to remember. The first example, 25 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. From Celsius to Fahrenheit, then we need to use the formula above. Temperature in Fahrenheit equals to 9/5 times temperature in Celsius, it's 25 degree plus 32. We can simplify this. 1, 5. 9 times 5, it's 45. Then plus 32. 45 plus 32, it becomes 77 degree Fahrenheit. Next example, last two example. 300 Kelvin, 2 degrees Celsius. So from Kelvin to Celsius, temperature in Celsius equals to temperature in Kelvin, 300, minus 273.15. It becomes 26.85 degrees Celsius. Am I correct? Yeah, that's it. Last, from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Hey, we've done it here. So TC equals to 5 times temperature in Fahrenheit minus 160 divided by 9 equals to 5 times temperature in Fahrenheit, it's 200 minus 160 divided by 9. 1000 minus 160 divided by 9. 1000 divided by 160. Minus 160. It's 840 divided by 9. It's 93.3 degree Celsius. 3 significant figures. Well, maybe you're wondering why it has to be 3 significant figures always. Like here, it's in 3 significant figures. Also here, I rounded to correct to 3 significant figures. Because in IGCSE, most of the answer must be given in 3 significant figures. Or you may use the exact value if you don't want to round it. Unless there is a statement that you need to round correct to 1 decimal place, or 2 decimal places, or 2 significant figures. It depends on the question. But most of the time, you may round it to 3 significant figures. I think that's it. And our chapter has ended here.